Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. It's your boy Benin Francis. If it's your first time here, welcome. Today, I have a very important topic, and that is that the real you is just outside of your comfort zone. The real you is just outside of your comfort zone. So, you guys know on this channel, we talk a lot about fitness, we talk a lot about health, we talk a lot about getting into the best shape of your life, getting lean. Now, the real premise of why that topic is so important is because it forces you to be uncomfortable. It forces you to be on a journey of putting yourself literally in delayed gratification. There's nothing like fitness that can put you in such a delayed gratification state because you have to have a vision of yourself being in shape, being lean, being jacked, whatever, right? And when you're starting out from ground zero, bro, there's no motivation there. There's no dopamine getting you up every morning to do this. You have to literally be so just in tune with this new identity of yourself that's driving you and forcing you to get up every single day. And each and every day you put in those reps, you put in those sets, you don't see the results right away. They only come months, even sometimes years later when you really look back and say, wow. Now, we're going to segue just into some other topics, not just fitness, but I want to talk about how living just beyond your comfort zone is so important for men, for our mental health. We must be challenged. We must have something to conquer, right? Now, I feel like a lot of guys, and even society, it tells us to misplace this feeling, or it tells us that having that urge to conquer or to take over is bad. And it's not. It just needs to be directed into the right place. Now, if you're using that to take advantage of women, if you're using that to take advantage of people, that is wrong, misguided energy. It's powerful energy, but you need to put it into a place like building a business, building your physique, using it to actually help, using your strength for good and not evil, right? Now, the reason I say you don't know who you truly are until you're just outside of your comfort zone is that adversity introduces a man to himself. Like we've heard that said, some of you have heard that said. That's one of my favorite quotes. But you truly don't know who you are until you've been put into a situation and you've had to find out who you are. I'll say that one more time. You truly don't know who you are until you've been put into a situation and you've had to find out exactly who you are. All right. So experience is the best teacher. And oftentimes we can say what we're going to do. We can say how we're going to react. We can say how we're going to respond. But when a situation presents itself, that is the ultimate test, right? Now, for me, that moment came for me when I was in the military and I was on my first deployment. You know, I've been training, I've been going through all the education, all everything, and I felt prepared. I was ready to go. Then that first deployment hit. Okay, it's real now. I'm out to sea, no family, just a bunch of strangers that I've been building a relationship with for the past 2 or 3 months in the middle of nowhere, right? We've had crisis going on. We had issues going on with our ship, so many different things. And for the first time as a young man, in my early 20s, I was given the responsibility of leading, over 1,200 people, right? The responsibility of their lives, guys. The responsibility of my country, essentially, to do the right thing at the right times to keep my people safe. And that was a lot to take in when it's real, when it's no longer just training or simulation. And it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me that I could do challenging things. It taught me I could do hard things. It taught me to depend and to lean on God for strength when I didn't know what to do. So that no matter what situation I find myself in, I could go back to the same habits, to the same thought process that got me through back then. So wherever you're at in life right now, guys, listen, the foundation, the base is going to be built on your relationship with God. That has to be strong. That's the foundation. Now, some of you may believe, some of you may not believe, and that's fine. I'm not here to force anything on anybody. I'm just simply saying what worked for me and what got me through. Because without that, I wouldn't be here today, guys. Now, after that, you want to build a strong physique. Building a strong and solid physique, it just says to the world that, hey, I'm not going to be controlled by whatever norms people try to shove down my throat. I'm going to build myself. I'm going to build something, and it's going to be my body. You know, it says to women that you're a type of man who is consistent, who's strong, who's disciplined, who does the things that he says he's going to do, right? And then also, guys, you're just going to look more attractive. When you're in shape, when you're at a low body fat percentage, your jawline's going to be popping out more, shoulders are going to be broad, chest is going to be popping out. Like, you're going to look like a pillar of health. That vitality is going to signal, right, to women that, hey, this man can take care of me. This is someone I could build a family with, I could build a life with, right? So you want to build that strong physique up after that. I would really start there. If I was starting from ground zero and I was, you know, all starting back from ground one, I would 100% do that. And I continue to do those things now. Just because I've laid that foundation doesn't mean that I'm done. I continue to build my relationship with God and work on that every day. I continue to build my physique every single day. But after this video, what I want you to take away is that if you've been living in comfort, if you haven't been pushing yourself, if you've just been taking it easy, accepting the status quo, accepting what society is pushing down your throat, and you feel like you're drifting through life, like you have no real direction or control, or you're not in the helm of your life, like you're not in the driving seat, I wanted to challenge you to get up today and do something uncomfortable, guys. Go out for a run. Go get that gym membership. You know, leave that relationship, that toxic relationship. Do something, bro, that is going to cause a change, a catalyst, right? You know, if you have an issue with gooning and watching stuff you shouldn't watch online, dude, stop. Tell somebody, you know? I'm being honest, that's what I had to do. When I was struggling with that stuff, I told the one person I never wanted to find out to break the habit, which was my mom. Super awkward, right? Super awkward, super cringe conversation. But that catalyst broke me out of that loop, you know, once I told her, because when you keep things in secret, it'll keep you trapped. So literally me telling my mom that, right, long time ago, it just caused the jolt. It caused the change in my life, you know. And then obviously I leaned on God for help, but that was one thing that actually helped break me out of that negative loop. But you got to stop doing all that stuff. You got to use every ounce of energy you have into building yourself up and becoming a better man, because each and every day society is trying to take that from you, drain it from you, so you can't afford to be giving up any, because there's already a war out there, an enemy out there trying to steal it from you, you know. So that's all we got for today, guys. Absolutely beautiful, stunning view out here as we see. I'll let you guys maybe look around, I don't know, but just soaking it up, just taking everything in, taking in life right now. Just wanted to share just some wisdom, some things on my heart with you guys. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want to get into the best shape of your life, I dropped an ebook. It's called The Fat to Fit Shred Guide. The link to that will be in the description, right? I'm just going to walk you through how to get in shape, get into the best shape of your life in about 8 weeks. So check that out, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.